Well, hello, my friends. I'm so excited to be here with Erika Overturff. She's the founder, artistic director of American Midwest Ballet. My favorite time of year, one of my favorite productions. Erika, thank you so much for joining me today.
For having me. It's great to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. So let's talk about, we're going to talk about the Nutcracker that's going to be performing at the Orpheum Theater coming up here in December. But let's just talk about your organization as a whole. I know a little over 15 years ago, you founded it. So just, yeah, tell us about the organization and the inspiration behind all of that.
Wonderful. Well, I can tell you 15 years flies by super fast, but we've been having a lot of fun along the way. I started the company, um, and just because I was afraid we were going to lose professional dance in our community. I was a dancer with that former company, and that is just something that I did not want to see happen. I felt it was important that we keep this beautiful art form in our community. And I've been so blessed, really, and honored to have this opportunity to lead our organization, to watch it grow, to work with so many professional dancers, our amazing, donors, to see the generosity in our community, all the young dancers, some of whom are adults now that, that I maybe taught when they were younger. And just to see all the lives we've been able to touch over 15 years through this art form that we love.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and you've done an amazing job. And I mean, I just want to personally thank you for not allowing this type of art go away in our community because it truly is very special. So I know the Nutcracker, it's a holiday tradition. Every year you kind of mix it a little up a little bit, right?
That's right. We do. We're really taking this opportunity in our 15th season to reflect back and look at all of the ways that the traditions that we have that have been maintained, but also the way that the production has grown and changed and kind of celebrating some of that. We do have a brand new party scene backdrop and some set pieces within that scene. So it's it's always the production that people know and love and enjoy, but we're always working on it and doing something to enhance the production every year.
So what's kind of special, I mean, this year?
Well, I think something that I've really been enjoying this year is seeing some dancers in some new roles. That has been a lot of fun, and just watching the dancers too pass on roles that they've danced and guide dancers that are new to that role and give them their tricks of the trade. And it's really fun to see that develop. So yeah, that's just something I'm excited about. And I think the dancers are ready. We're ready to share it with audiences.
Yeah. And I mean, this is a little off of the talking points. How many dancers are in the production of the Nutcracker?
Oh gosh, I wish I had the exact number for you, but I do know we have 27 professional
Okay.
dancers in the
Okay.
company. So those are adult professional artists
Yeah.
that move here from all over the country to work with the company.
Okay.
So that is the core of the performance. However, it just would not be the Nutcracker without the wonderful community cast. I believe there's around 65
Okay.
students and community performers in the production as well. I know there's over 250 costumes.
Wow. Wow.
There are just so many bits and pieces and things that
Yeah.
go into the show, and so many people. But something that I love is I do feel that every single performer in the production is important. They have a role to play, whether they're a supporting cast member. The young dancers bring a lot of energy and joy to the performance. And really, it is a story about a young girl at Christmas time receiving that special gift of the Nutcracker. And so I think it is really relatable for kids, and having kids in the story,
Yeah.
in the production is really special.
I mean, I remember seeing this as a child, many many years ago. But let's kind of expand on that. The What do you think is the appeal? I mean, because this is a tradition that that you must see every year, but just from your perspective, the appeal of the Nutcracker. I mean, it's a treasure.
Yes, I think the glue is Tchaikovsky's music. It's just fantastic. And you hear it in a lot of different contexts too, obviously in commercials around the holidays. And it's just very recognizable and really probably, genius work, I
Right.
would say. And so that is something that I think is very special about the production. But I think the other thing is that it's a story that kind of follows a child's imagination. And I think when you watch it, whether you're an adult or a child, you can relate to that feeling of kind of childhood wonder and anything is possible. Um, and having kids myself, there is that thing when you're a child where you're figuring out like what's real and what's not or what's possible or can I fly, all those types of things.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a component of it. And then also it's just something that families enjoy together. I think that's why it makes it such a tradition. It's at the holidays. It's something maybe you went to as a kid, then you brought your daughter, now you're bringing your grandkids. So there's just something that creates a family bond for people related to this cultural experience.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And there's something truly, you kind of touch on it too. I mean, there's something, or the imagination and taking you into a space of really what is possible. I'm just imagining myself watching this. It's just such this glorious, magical place where like anything is possible. And it takes you to, sometimes, especially I'll say for adults, life gets just kind of crazy. And it really is an opportunity just to sit back and kind of let all of that go and just be in this beautiful moment of childlike wonder. So, yeah.
Very well said. We're all too stressed. We're all too busy. And if you can do a little something for yourself, just set aside a couple of hours where you get
Yeah.
to sit back and enjoy, connect with people, experience something that moves you. It's an important thing to do, for the soul. So,
Absolutely. And then, we're looking at the performance happening at the Orpheum, which is it's the 12th, 13th or 13th, 14th.
actually, I believe it's the 13th, 14th, 15th,
Okay.
if I have my dates right. I'm going to take a sneak peek at my
I
calendar. I always
had,
have too many dates in my head. Okay, so what is new this year is we're actually also doing a performance on Friday night.
okay,
So we're
okay.
doing a Friday night, we're doing two shows on Saturday, and a show on Sunday. So there's plenty of opportunities for people to find something that might work with their schedule.
Right. And I was going to mention too, I mean, the Orpheum is just so beautiful and magical in itself. So just being there and watching this and the energy of everybody being there as well. They're so excited uh to be here for the performance. Um so let's talk a little bit about like the logistical stuff. So buying tickets and whatnot.
Yes. So our website, amballet.org, is a great resource for all the ticketing information. It'll have phone numbers, box office links, as well as kind of know before you
Yep.
go information. If you want
Yeah.
to read the program or check out any of the details, we have that all on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And I'm actually glancing over here. I've got your website up as well. So lots of great information there. Just from your personal perspective, what is a personal favorite of yours? I mean, when it comes to the Nutcracker, do you have a favorite scene? Do you have a favorite, uh, I don't know, character, so to speak, or
yes, I have lots of them. It's funny because I do really love a lot of different parts of it. Having the opportunity to create it. See, I got to use my
right?
imagination and and kind of sky's the limit with that. So that was really fun. But one of my really favorites are the baby mice. That is a way
Okay.
we
Yep.
kind of we use those baby mice in our story of the Nutcracker to kind of tie in that cross between like, is this real? Is this magic? Is this because they kind of you kind of see them accompanying Drosselmeyer, and he's
Right.
the kind of the magician that also is very mysterious and makes some things happen. And later on in her nightmare, Clara fights in the battle with these giant mice, and they're very scary. But then there's these friendly baby mice that kind of are along the path all along the way. And then you even see them at the end, and you're like, did she dream that? Is this real? But they're some of our youngest cast members, and they're so cute. So I really like that. Another scene that I've really been enjoying is our Waltz of the Flowers. That is one where instead of a corps de ballet of everyone dressed all the same of the flowers, which is beautiful, can be beautiful. We have many individual unique flowers. So there's all these different colors. There's dragonflies, there's frogs, there's the dewdrop fairy. And it's like a little ballet in and of itself. The Waltz of the Flowers, um, when you dance it, you'll be breathing heavy. It's kind of, but it's like
Yeah.
6 minutes maybe, and it's all moving all the time. So it's a nice little kind of wonderland of its own. So I enjoy that section quite a bit as well.
And again, that just another question pops up, or also just maybe an observance or awareness. I mean, physical strength. I mean, doing this production, it takes endurance. I mean, and you practice and you have to rehearse for, I mean, weeks and weeks and weeks. What is that process? Because this is a big. There's a lot of energetic physical requirements for this.
Yes, even though we have a very nice sized company, of dancers, most of the dancers are performing 4 or 5 roles,
Yeah,
in the show, or maybe more, some of them, or, so they're, when you see them out there, you might not realize it, but you're going to see them again in about 2 minutes. They'll be back in a different costume doing a
yeah.
different dance. They're pretty much dancing most of the show. So yes, it does take a lot of stamina. We have kind of an off season, and then we come back. And so the dancers really usually they retain their technical skills, but what is hard to keep up in the off season is that in endurance, just
Right.
that like stamina. So that is something that you just have to practice and build it up. So it is we started back into rehearsals just in general for the season in August. Nutcracker's not the first show that we did,
Right.
but you definitely have that building back period. But by the time we get into rehearsals for Nutcracker, we've just performed our momentum show. So everybody's in pretty strong shape. But Nutcracker is more classical than momentum. So it does have some different demands on
Yeah.
people.
I just find that all interesting because there's just so many pieces and components and layers of what goes into performing at American Midwest Ballet, whether it's momentum, whether it's Nutcracker, and then you've got this amazing performance coming up in the spring, which is
Alice in Wonderland.
I can't wait
Yes,
for that.
yeah, it's going to be so much fun, and that is has another opportunity for some younger community cast members to audition for children's roles. Those auditions are open to dancers throughout the community. Of course, we have a fantastic school here, American Midwest Ballet School. So many of our students audition for the production, but it is open to dancers throughout the community. So we invite them to check it out.
Well, I know we're going to have another conversation about that performance when it comes, as we get closer to it. So again, American Midwest Ballet, the Nutcracker, amballet.org. Just encouraging everybody to go out. You've added a Friday night show. So you've got Friday night, 2 Saturdays, and a Sunday matinee. It's just a great way to celebrate the holidays and either continue the tradition or start a new tradition with your family. So, Erika, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
And folks, I hope to see you on at the Nutcracker, the Orpheum, in a couple weeks. So don't go away. We will be right back.